under the Köppen climate classification. Depending on the isotherm used, Boston has either a humid subtropical climate, Köppen CFA, under the -3 degrees Celsius, 26.6 degrees Fahrenheit, isotherm, or a humid continental climate under the 0 degrees Celsius isotherm, Köppen DFA. The city is best described as being in a transitional zone between the two climates. Summers are typically warm and humid, while winters are cold and stormy, with occasional periods of heavy snow. Spring and fall are usually cool to mild, with varying conditions dependent on wind direction and jet stream positioning. Prevailing wind patterns that blow offshore minimize the influence of the Atlantic Ocean. However, in winter, areas near the immediate coast will often see more rain than snow as warm air is drawn off the Atlantic at times. The city lies at the transition between USDA plant hardiness zones 6B, most of the city, and 7A, downtown, South Boston, and East Boston neighborhoods. The hottest month is July, with a mean temperature of 74.1 degree Fahrenheit, 23.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest month is January, with a mean temperature of 29.9 degrees Fahrenheit, -1.2 degrees Celsius. Periods exceeding 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius, in summer and below freezing in winter are not uncommon but rarely extended, with about 13 and 25 days per year seeing each, respectively, sub-0 degrees Fahrenheit, -18 degrees Celsius. Readings usually occur every 3 to 5 years. The most recent sub-0 degrees Fahrenheit, -18 degrees Celsius, reading occurred on February 4, 2023, when the temperature dipped down to -10 degrees Fahrenheit, -23 degrees Celsius, the lowest temperature reading in the city since 1957. In addition, several decades may pass between 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, readings, with the most recent such occurrence on July 24, 2022, when the temperature reached 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius. The city's average window for freezing temperatures is November 9 through April 5. Official temperature records have ranged from -18 degrees Fahrenheit, -28 degrees Celsius, on February 9, 1934, up to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, on July 4, 1911. The record cold daily maximum is 2 degrees Fahrenheit, -17 degrees Celsius, on December 30, 1917, while, conversely, the record warm daily minimum is 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius, on August 2, 1975, and July 21, 2019. Boston's coastal location on the North Atlantic moderates its temperature but makes the city very prone to nor'easter weather systems that can produce much snow and rain. The city averages 43.6 in 1,110 millimeters of precipitation a year, with 49.2 in 125 centimeters of snowfall per season. Most snowfall occurs from mid-November through early April, and snow is rare in May and October. There is also high year-to-year variability in snowfall. For instance, the winter of 2011-12 saw only 9.3 in 23.6 centimeters of accumulating snow, but the previous winter, the corresponding figure was 81.0 in 2.06 m. Fog is fairly common, particularly in spring and early summer. Due to its location along the North Atlantic, the city often receives sea breezes, especially in the late spring, when water temperatures are still quite cold and temperatures at the coast can be more than 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 degrees Celsius, colder than a few miles inland, sometimes dropping by that amount near midday. Quote, thunderstorms occur from May to September, which are occasionally severe with large hail, damaging winds, and heavy downpours. Although downtown Boston has never been struck by a violent tornado, the city itself has experienced many tornado warnings. Damaging storms are more common to areas north, west, and northwest of the city. Boston has a relatively sunny climate for a coastal city at its latitude, averaging over 2,600 hours of sunshine per annum. See or edit raw graph data.